Good morning, I'm Jamie. I'm the United Reformed Church Yorkshire Synod moderator. Today is Monday the 21st of December. And I want to begin with a little spot the difference competition. Between two lines of Christmas songs or carols, and the first is this: long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible says. The second one is this: O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. And of course they're different, though they're clearly on a very similar subject. And the difference that I want to focus on this morning is that since the first one is an invitation to notice the distance between our own experience and that Christmas story that of course is so precious to us. It was a long time ago in a very, very different world, and to enter into that world demands a huge effort of imagination and research and focus of attention. The second line from a very, very popular carol, of course, goes in a slightly different direction and actually emphasises the closeness, inviting us to be there as if we are in the story, and that it is we who are looking on and seeing what's going on in that little town of Bethlehem. We are part of the story. And I guess in our Christmas preparations, it's important that we follow both of those leads, that we recognise how different a world it was into which Jesus was born, but also that invitation, which I think is a very clear and necessary invitation, that God invites us to be part of the story. And in these last few days of preparation, and as we get immersed, no doubt, in the ways in which our church is celebrating Christmas, I guess it is that second journey that is particularly strong, and I'm glad that it is so. That invitation to use our imaginations and our hearts and minds to try to put ourselves into the Christmas story. Whether that is turning ourselves back into a different generation, or bringing that Christmas story into our own time and place. In these days of modern media and social media, of course, we get all kinds of little clips and videos that we can watch. Can I invite you, if you haven't already seen it, to Google Grasmere Nativity. About a 20-minute nativity play that's been filmed by the school, the children and the families of that little Cumbrian rural community, and it is absolutely delightful. As with a great deal of imagination, the nativity story is told, but in the modern age, in a particular community with farmers from rural Cumbria and a mountain rescue team and even some yoga class performing on the shores of Lake Grasmere. Watch it if you can. I hope in these last few days of preparations to Christmas, we feel that real sense of being drawn into the story and God's invitation, that this story of incarnation, this story of God coming amongst us, is a story that is from long ago and far away, but is profoundly a story that we can enter into today in our own situation, in our own communities, in our own very particular and peculiar situation, of course, of our present circumstance. And so I want to finish with this prayer, and it's again from our hymn book, and words will be very familiar to you. Let's make it our prayer. O now carry me to Bethlehem, to see the Lord of love again, just as poor as was the stable then, the Prince of glory when he came. Amen.